Okay, let me finish from where Thomas left us and try to maybe wrap up the first session. Obviously, a lot of things were heard. We are in the payments industry. We, as Nexi, are present in 25 countries. Just to give you an indication of why I'm trying to wrap everything up. 25 countries across Europe, processing 65% of digital transactions. So only in Greece, through us, we have 16 billion euros coming through us. So we understand exactly what's going on in terms of productivity, consumer insights. We have more than serving 40% of the tourist industry in Greece. So we understand, if tourism is going well, we're doing well. If tourism is not doing well, we're not doing well. But that's not the point. The point is innovation, and I think a lot of things were heard, and how we actually enhance productivity. So I will start with summarizing with what Mr. Voridis said. The government indeed is doing a lot of good steps, and reform is very important. But one thing that we need to do in Greece, but in Europe as well, is stability. Things need to be more stable for investments to happen. Just to give you an idea, in the last 2 years, foreign companies have invested more than 1.5 billion in our industry in Greece, putting a lot of, let's say, effort and a lot of trust in the Greek economy going forward. Very good indeed. In order for us to be successful as a country, we need regulatory as well input. So we need that reform. It needs to be stable, and it needs to be in a way that the market can breathe. I had a very interesting discussion just before coming up here, meaning that we are trying to bring more taxation. We're trying to create a stable environment with less tax evasion. Very good indeed. But we need to understand that across the world this is the case, and it needs to take time in order for this to happen. And therefore, that's why we need to take measures that they last longer, but they also incentivize people not to do tax evasion. So a reform of putting in the market a mandatory request is good, but it doesn't always work. It backfires. Innovation will happen because what we see is in the digital world, we're seeing a lot of the cash being actually becoming digital. We are growing in double-digit numbers, double-digit on a year over year, and we see that across the world, we're going to see 1.3 billion wallets actually being used very. Now we're growing in Greece, just to give you an indication, 25% year on year in terms of tap and pay, meaning people are actually using their phone or their watch and so on in order to do digital payments. And in order to do that, and Mr. Choka said that, brain regain is very important, and how you actually bring people back to Europe from the US. And I heard somebody said the other day, they asked, what do you want to do? And somebody said, I would like to go to the US and work. I believe that it was on Wednesday's night dinner. Indeed, most people that actually are in our world in fintech, they would like to go and create and develop their company in the US and not in Europe, not in Greece. So regulation, very important. Stability on the regulation and the measures and the taxation. And education, of course, is very important in order to actually create the grounds in order to enhance productivity, which will come in the years. It will not have a peak and then fall.